Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Sentinel Show. My name is Melissa Torito, and I am one of the hosts for this podcast.
And I'm Kasey and Melissa, the co-host for the podcast.
And today we are diving into, technically in our document, it's Section D.
Section D. I feel like we've been doing this series for a while, and we're only in Section D.
Technically, we're on page 13 of our 45-page document. This is going to be the whole year.
It is.
I mean, get excited, everyone. All right. So, our prior episode, we talked about safe harbor contributions, which could take two forms. One is a formula of a match. One is a formula is what we call non-elective, or 3% across the board, which I feel like people kind of understand the across the board.
Yep. So
now we're going to talk about just employer matching contribution. So this is different than safe harbor. So Kasey, again, this probably isn't as complicated to explain. I feel like a lot of people have an idea of a match, but basically, in order to receive a matching contribution, what does a participant have to do?
They have to be putting their own money into the plan.
Literally, you're matching.
Yes.
Okay. So what are some differentiators? So it's, again, with the safe harbor, you can have a safe harbor match. We are talking about what we typically are going to put into a document is a discretionary match. So kind of walk us through, what does that mean?
So really, there's a couple main differences between a discretionary match and safe harbor match. And the first and the most obvious one that we get questions about is the vesting schedule. So we talked about in a prior episode, the safe harbor is 100% vested. It's their money. With a discretionary match, you can put those funds on a vesting schedule up to 6 years to kind of protect yourself in case an employee leaves before that. The other two main differences is you have a lot more flexibility in the formula.
Correct.
Safe harbor match, there's really two matching formulas for the most part. Discretionary, you can kind of pretty much do anything. And then the last thing is that you can put special conditions on a discretionary match. For example, you can stipulate that someone has to work 1,000 hours during the calendar year to be eligible for it, and also stipulate that they have to be employed on the last day, or some variation of those two things where you can't do those with the safe harbor.
So a couple of points to add. So on that right there, though, if somebody puts a end of year 1,000-hour requirement, what do we recommend in terms of frequency of funding?
That they only fund that match once a year after we calculate it for them.
Correct.